Okay, so I figured I would head this one off at the curb. What's a clicker? This is an item from World War II. This is a real deal one, at least the same type. I don't know if it was actually in Normandy or not, but in the airborne invasion of Normandy, guys carried these because you could go one click and the response back was 2 clicks, and then you knew you were facing friendly forces when you were on the ground. If you have multiple people and you have multiple of these, they're really useful. If you have one of these yourself and are a combat commander giving commands on the ground, you can have initiate shit. You can have initiate shit. You can have, all sorts of stuff. Noise matters. And like, this is the thing I think a lot of people don't get, is that noise and communication and all of that, and everything you do that makes a noise is going to initiate a response. And if they're noises that don't sound familiar, then they don't draw as much fire. As much. And like, that's the idea with this, is like, if you don't get a response back, then you know to start shooting. And I think that might be a handy thing. In fact, I would have a bucket of these. You can go to PetSmart and buy a modern version of this white plastic, says PetSmart on it. They use them to train dogs. And they're even louder than this one. I just think this one's cool. I think you can get these online, reproductions from What Price Glory or somebody like that. Google DDay clicker. You'll find these. The rope that this is on. This is an inner strand of 550 cord. So like this cord that the paste beads are made out of there, inside of it, it has 7 of these strands. And I pulled one of those out and used it to tie it onto this, just so you don't lose it, because this thing's kind of easy to lose. And I did that to tie it onto airborne gear way back in like college, because I was playing around with I had some as like a display item. And that's where this comes from, actually, is from my World War II airborne display shit. I hung on to it when I sold that shit, and I'm glad I did. I think it's gonna come in handy. Maybe it doesn't, but like, if you don't have a clicker and you hear the click, the thing to do is yell thunder. If someone is using the DDay code again, which I suspect this could be a universal thing, the oral version of that is thunder and flash. So yeah, that's what it is. It's the response to it's flash, sorry, not thunder. So instead of doing 1 click and the response being 2 clicks, the verbal version of this is thunder, and then they're supposed to scream back flash. Okay, so you'd see like in Saving Private Ryan, you'll see people going, thunder, thunder, or I will fire upon you. That's what that is. They are asking them for the fucking code word, otherwise they're gonna fucking shoot them. And this is how you're gonna have to be if you have a group of people. Especially if it's a big group of people, you're not gonna know everybody. And like, this is the stuff that separates the men from the boys. This is the stuff that separates armies from gangs of people. Communication and organization are key. And something as simple as that clicker is well worth having, in my opinion. Also, buy a good compass, one better than this. I had to go back inside and get this. I bought this for my nephew. I'm building him a survival vest, and I'm putting that in it. But get a good compass and a protractor too, or get one that has a thing like this on it with a magnifying glass and a little protractor edge thing. Like, that's probably enough for most of the stuff you'd ever need to do. And I would definitely get one that has a way to shoot an azimuth, a sight, something in the distance and walk towards it, like a lensatic compass or something like that. That's a freebie. It's so important. I did it twice, once in the last video and once in this video. It's probably pretty important. Thanks for watching.